alternate, and I'd like to see that as well. Again, and unfortunately with the calendar, we had that discussion a month before this came back up, and so we were looking at each one in isolation of another, and I think it's all one comprehensive thing. I also wanted to point out there's some issue as far as the number of days with the parent-teacher conference issue. I need to, and that it's waiting for an answer from Shelley on this, so I just wanted to put that out there. But I think that we should put all options out there.
What was our after-school rate? I know Dr. Foley mentioned $50, but was it more north of 50? If that we are having to pay teachers, and I know one of the compromises, one of the options was option 1, option 2, option 3, option 4. We talked about having teachers, requiring teachers to stay after, and then if there was additional time needed that we were paying. Does anyone know what that rate was? Wasn't it $70 or $75?
I think it was
36 was the curriculum rate.
36?
36. It was in the 30s. Yeah.
Very good.
And that's called the
curriculum rate.
Curriculum rate.
Okay.
Right.
And I'd just like to comment that there was a question about the accuracy of the information that was presented, and Mrs. Morello asked for all the emails of how we compile the information, and this is available to anybody that would like it, but I have one for each board member of all 23 districts that were surveyed and their responses. Your name's on the folder. So if there's questions about the accuracy or the information that's presented, it's all right here, and like I said, this is available to the public if anybody would like to see it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Are we all in agreement that the board will direct Dr. Sharma Lewis to work with our community and staff to form a strategic working group committee to look at alternatives to the current professional development?
Sounds good.
All right.
And then this will be on the new business item, action item agenda for June 17th, I would assume.
Yeah, I mean, if we're going to do something, and we have to let the parents know what we're doing before the doors open on August 20,
It seems like we have
whatever.
until July 1st to do something, and regardless if the committee gets off the ground, perhaps
It's only for amending the calendar. For amending the calendar, we have to do it before June 30th. If we're not amending the calendar, we can just add any plan.
I don't foresee us amending the calendar because we're bound by the CBA. So we may have to anyway because of the other issue, but I don't foresee this being an issue. Can we put this on the July meeting? Because just time issues.
I think we should work to June and try to see if we can get entrenched. I mean, we have to move forward. Everybody that's on our staff needs direction as to where we're going next year. We give it to them in July. How is that helpful?
If this had been brought up in the first place.
You know what? We need to work hard, and if we're not willing to work hard, then maybe we all shouldn't be here, because this is hard work and it's got to be done.
We all know. We all know. And it'll be done.
Work at it from now until June.
Should we set a shorter date in June? Basically, we could do a special meeting to see just kind of where we're at, what's been discussed. This may not need, we need to, and then we could formally vote on it in June.
Well, since we don't have a committee meeting in June, what would have been our normal day for a committee meeting?
Let's see. First to third.
I'll tell you in a minute. It'll be June 3rd.
My suggestion would be let's set a short date, see where we're at, and then so it's ready, we can figure out where we need to go for the June meeting.
Is there any possibility we can have the working group maybe meet on the June 3rd?
We could probably get something together by
before
next week.
Then? All right.
I don't know if we're going to have a plan together, but I think we can get a committee together.
Okay.
I say we keep it on the 17th, and then we'll come up with a plan and a proposal from parents and staff and administrators.
Okay. All right. It'll be on the June new business agenda to get the report of the working committee. And at least at this time, we're not going to do anything on June 3rd. Is that your recommendation?
I just don't think we'll have it together in 2 weeks.
Okay.
Especially with the shorter week coming up next week.
All right.